Welcome to the Overland Sea podcast. Today we are discussing the home fixture in the FA Cup against Preston North End. Andrew, Preston are currently 14th in the championship, out of 24 teams, apparently. Uh, I haven't gone into too much details with them because I'm like, it's a championship thing. So, championship team, I should say. It's the FA Cup. Anything can happen. I'll go straight into the injury news for this game, which is Chilwell, Chukwuemeka, and Badiashile have all returned to full team training, and they are in their reconditioning phase. However, Chilwell and Chukwuemeka could both be on the bench for the Preston game. And we've got Chalobah, Cucurella, Fofana, James, Lavia, Sanchez, and Ugo Chukwu, aka Big Les, out injured. And Poch has come out and said Nkunku will not be starting against Preston, and he's expecting to play a very strong side with minimal changes for this game. How do you see this going? And actually, what do you think of the FA Cup, considering you're not a big fan of the League Cup?
Great trophy, longest running trophy in football, I think. Love winning this one. It's a great trophy. Love to get our hands on it. So fingers crossed we can make a real run in this. Difficult, I still noncing about in the Carabao Cup, but I think yeah, this is the one that I want to win. All of the other cups we're kind of out of other than Carabao. Fine if we win it, not really bothered. But FA Cup's the real mustard English trophy. Well, English Cup, I should say, not trophy. So fingers crossed we can get all the way and have a big day at Wembley.
Lovely. And with the facts that I've given you about starting a strong squad, how do you see this game going?
I'm unsurprised that we're going to start a strong squad. Poch hasn't really shown that he's going to give too many sort of youngsters games. But I suppose most of the squad is youngsters. They're all sort of 21-ish, really, other than Thiago Silva and a couple of others.
Well, I was going to say that is the thing, isn't it?
So he is forced to play youngsters almost every game. I
Yeah.
mean, Petrovic was one of the oldest players at 24, so that's good. So I'm unsurprised. I would like to have seen an Alfie Gilchrist, see what he can do. Leo Castledine, see what he can do. Washington's been doing all right for the under 21, so give him a game, maybe out wide rather than up front, or if you can play two strikers and play Broja with him. But we need to stop winning games. We need to stop winning games on the bounce and being consistent. And almost, I think we need to find what is his first 11.
Well, I think we have found a first 11 to a certain degree, but obviously with so many injuries, it's difficult to then actually say what is our best starting 11 because we still have so many players out.
Yeah.
So until we have a fully fit squad, we're not really going to know what our full potential is and what our best starting 11 is.
True. Yeah, so I'm hoping we don't rush Chilwell back, and we give him the right amount of time because he would make a difference at left back for us.
Well, yeah, and it'd also be nice to see Cole playing his actual position and not.
Yeah, that wouldn't hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realise Badiashile was injured again, if I'm honest.
No, I didn't until I read it.
So that was a surprise, and it changes the starting 11. But does mean that I probably will have Cole. Well, you can't have Cole at left centre back at the minute because you can't have Cole not at left centre back at the minute. We can't have him at left centre back because he has to play left back because Chilwell can't play 90 minutes. Cucurella is not there. In theory, we could play Matson, but it looks like he's ironed on for a move to Borussia Dortmund. So
very nice. Yeah, I mean, I can't see Matson really playing if he doesn't want to make too many changes and he wants to keep a relatively strong squad. That to me says that Cole will be playing left back.
Yeah, we don't have enough options.
No.
Well, we have enough options if they're just all injured or he doesn't like playing. So It'd be what it be.
Well, with that being said, should we go straight into the starting 11
Let's
predictions?
do it.
Lovely stuff.
Let's go for it.
Cool. Andrew, your predicted starting 11 against Preston at home in the FA Cup, please.
Petrovic in goal.
Yep.
Gusto. Dizazi. Thiago Silva. Levi Colwill. Midfield of Caicedo, Gallagher.
I mean, to be fair, you're doing exactly what I would be predicting right now, as silly as it may sound.
And then I probably would go Madueke, Palmer, Sterling. Or Palmer, Mudryk, not sure.
So we're gonna go.
Madueke, I definitely want Madueke playing because he's played really well in the last couple of games. I put Palmer sort of in the middle, even though defensively it causes a problem. You'd hope against Preston we can still dominate the game. And then I probably no, let's go Mudryk. Let's go Mudryk. Bit of fun on the left, and then I'd stick Broja up top just to rest a couple of players, but play a strong one.
Not playing Jackson before he goes off to the African Cup of Nations.
That's a really good. Yeah, do you know what? I think now's against Preston is a good chance to build Broja's confidence up as well. So I don't think it's a bad idea giving him this game to try and build his confidence a little bit.
But
What would you go with?
it's a tough one. The defense and the two midfielders, I completely agree with. I don't know whether we bring Enzo back in for this one,
I'm going erring on him.
especially as I know that Nkuku isn't going to start. I was then thinking of going back to what we used to do. So I would have Palmer out wide right.
Shock Madueke's making the cut, not making the cut.
Well, he did ask for a strong squad, so I thought I'd go.
Oh, it's a goal scorer from the last game, isn't scoring score reasonable? No Sterling either. Okay,
bring back. I haven't finished yet.
Oh, fine.
And I was actually going to bring in Sterling because he's not.
Okay.
He hasn't played that much recently.
Well, he's been injured, so.
So I was going to bring in Sterling. That's what I would do, and then I actually want to go with Washington.
Okay. Is that to put him in the shop window for a potential loan move, or is that?
No, I mean either or. For me, we all know that we need a new striker, right? Jackson is going away. I don't know who on earth we're going to get in as a striker, and we've got a guy who's not really had. He's had, I think, one appearance for us in the first team. He's done okay in the reserves, the under 21s, whatever you want to call it. It's an FA Cup game. That's still a very strong squad. So even if Broja starts or Jackson starts, I like to see him come on with a decent amount of time. But I would still argue that's a strong squad and see what he can do. Because we're about to lose a striker, and I have no idea who they're going to try and get in through the door. Because the names that we're being linked to are all names that I'm kind of going. It's a lot of money for somebody that's relatively unheard of, relatively young. It doesn't sound very positive, shall we say? I'd like.
No, we're going to find Victor Osimhen just before he goes to AFCON and gets injured. So that's.
Well, again, I've heard that he might be. It's probably more likely that we'll sign him in the summer.
Yeah, I mean, signing him while he's just about to play an international competition and be not available and paying January price tax for him when Napoli don't want him to leave is they're shrewd negotiators. Napoli, they make life very difficult.
Yeah, and we're being linked with Vlahovic again of Juventus, but apparently with the idea of giving them Lukaku as part of it. So I was like, well, actually, why not try and do that with Napoli? For Osimhen. But if that's something that they're trying to do with a striker like Vlahovic, who I don't think I've not looked into it properly. I don't know how good of a season he's had this season. I've not heard much about him. Um, you know, I just feel like if you're gonna go for Osimhen, then go for him and throw everything at it. But I think regardless of whether it's Osimhen we get or somebody else, I'd like a bit more of a household name that has been firing on all cylinders. And at the moment, I'm not sure if Vlahovic has been doing that. That's my only worry on that. In that,
So what you're saying is you want 15 mil for Dybala, who's got a goal or an assist a game this season. That's what you're saying.
didn't say anything about Diabala.
Well, you're saying you want someone that's proven, that's on good form, and he's everything that you just described. His household name. He's on good form.
Has he still got that statistic of a goal of what you just said?
Yeah, that's what I read today. 15 mil buyout clause till the 15th of Jan
Mate,
as
I'm
well.
not being funny. 15 mil is 15 mil. Like that to me is nothing for someone like him. If we got someone like him, then great. We're also being linked with Martinez again from Inter. As like big household names. But is Diabala really a striker though? Is what I would argue. That's my only problem with the Diabala move.
If your grandma had wheels, she'd be a bike. So, you know, if he's a striker, he's a striker. It works.
But he's not really a striker, is what I'm saying.
Could be. You put him up top, he's a striker. That's how that works. That's the Chelsea way.
But I get what you're saying, but mate, to be fair, if you're going to tell me that we can get him for 15 mil, I wouldn't say no.
That's what Fabrizio's saying, and I take that as gospel. Well, actually, because I don't believe in I take that as law.
Yeah, either way, I know what you mean. I don't think spending 15 million on Diabala is a waste of money. Let's just put it that way. That's how I'm going to sum that up.
That's 6 months of João Felix. That.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I wouldn't be angry with us signing Diabala for 15 million, but I think we're gonna have a bit of competition for that if that's the case.
I don't think it would be a good footballing move, but I back it for vibes.
Do you know what? I'm gonna stop sharing the screen. Why do you think it's not a good move for footballing?
It feels like a very like Football Manager or FIFA transfer, where it's just
maybe that's why I like it so much.
On that it would work because you don't really factor in like that it's a different league, it's difficult, etc., etc., etc. There's not a lot of players that come from the Serie A and immediately started hitting the ground running.
No, exactly.
So that's why I say for footballing reasons, it's not particularly the best transfer. It's not a guarantee. It's very, very far from guaranteeing success, and I'd be surprised if it came off and he performed in the way that we would want him to perform.
No, I agree, and this is exactly what I'm saying. And I think the fact that I know that we want a midfielder, a striker, and a centre back in this January transfer window. I just don't think he covers any of those positions. As much as I wouldn't argue for bringing him in 50 mil, but I think you're right. Trying to get the best out of him in a brand new league could be quite interesting and quite challenging. Say again?
At 30 years of age.
Is he really 30?
He's there or thereabouts, pushing it.
I thought he was a few years younger than that, but yeah, fair enough. What do you want to see from the performance?
I'm going to shock you with this one.
Energy.
I'm talking energy. I want energy. I want passion. I want to run Preston off the park, and I want goals, goals, goals.
Mate, do you know what? The more we do this, the more you're sounding like Coach Carter. Like, run, just run. I want energy.
Energy. Hygiene. Yeah, some more trick plays from the old corner kicks would be nice. Yeah, I want a solid performance, preferably where we dominate the game and actually show that we can score goals against the low block. That'd be lovely. But yeah, just if we get a comfortable 4-0 win, keep our heads, not concede 3 in the last 10 minutes, that'd be amazing.
I was just about to say, what's your score prediction going to be?
Realistically, my score prediction is 3-1.
3-1.
Yeah. And that basically, I've assumed that we will score from a set piece early doors, a very jammy set piece early doors.
Who
And
scores?
then they'll have to start attacking us. And
Who
then
scores the set piece?
Who scores the set piece? Cole will. He's overdue one.
Fair.
Then I think we'll get a pen, which is a Palmer goal, and then I think we'll just for fun put Broja scoring.
What a brace!
No, Palmer's getting the second one. Pen.
Yeah, you said are you doing
3-1.
your 4-0 or are you doing your 3-1?
3-1.
Oh right, okay.
So realistically, we're going to win 3-1.
Fair enough.
What's your score?
I have in my head. I was like, it should be at least 4 goals.
Okay.
So I will take your 4-0.
Okay.
And
Who's scoring for you?
I'm gonna go with Thiago Silva. I'm gonna go with Sterling. I'm gonna go with Palmer, and then I'll go with Broja.
Okay.
So yeah.
So Broja off the bench.
Yeah, well, let's face
You
it.
do love an off the bench goal scorer, don't you?
I do like an off the bench goal scorer. I do. I don't know. Like I said before, I'm not sure that he'll give Washington the nod to start. I think it'll be the other way around. I think it'll be Broja Jackson on, and I would just like to see him play. For me, that's a wild card. I know he's probably not going to start, but if he's going to start a game, this is not a bad game for him to start, is what I'm saying. And like I said, it's my prediction in terms of what I would do. But yeah, it's more likely to be Broja or Jackson, and I'm going to give the other goal to Broja.
Nice.
So yeah, and I completely concur with your energy. So because it would be interesting to see just how we can play against the championship side again. Um, I think the performance is the biggest thing for me from this rather than the goals. I'll be happy to come away with 2 goals as long as we do a really good performance and we've actually made Preston work their socks off to only concede 2 goals. If we're not dominating the game and not performing well, that will upset me more. Anything else you'd like to add to the pre-game analysis of Preston at home in the FA Cup?
Have to win.
Have to win.
That's it. Have to win.
Lovely stuff. Right, with that, thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for the post-game analysis. And as always, please like, share, subscribe, comment, follow, hit that notification button. And thank you all for watching.